Welcome to Holy Golden Doodles channel. Meet our associates, their ranking in our pack, their status as our house dogs, and most importantly, our family members. Follow us as our 8-week-old puppies grow up to hopefully become healthy moms of healthy puppies for qualified owners. Health testing, milestones, things they learn, cuteness they share, all included here. Please consider clicking like, share, or subscribe to our channel. So I'd like to start this video off with wishing Boo and Paris a happy birthday yesterday, November 17th, 2022. They were born November 17th, 2021 in Tennessee. And they came home to be with us on December 28th, 2021. And the rest has been awesome. But I had a lot of the audio saved back on here so you could hear me wishing them happy birthday. And but there was a lot of distraction and noise in the background, so I couldn't really use it. So again, I'm voicing over. You're probably going to hear Boujee in the background here gnawing on one of her raw bones that we got her. Pet Dad's out running an errand for the neighbors. There's the birthday girl. So when this video first came on, I had just got out of bed to get ready to go to work and was wishing the girls a happy birthday. And I got 2 1-pound packages of our farm-raised grass-fed beef from our local farmer out to build them a beautiful birthday cake out of hamburger, cheese, and dog biscuits for topping. But I never got around to doing it yesterday. That's terrible. They don't know when their birthday is, though, so it's okay. And there's the 2 birthday girls. So I thought I'd start out this video by mentioning we got the puppies a year ago for house dogs and to have a few litters of puppies from them if they health tested and breed tested correctly for me to even do that, for those of you that have not been here since the beginning. So that's why the videos are up, so people can watch the puppies grow, which will be the potential moms, and they can watch how they look, how they change, their behaviors when they're around each other, their temperaments, their coat changes, their shedding factors. In this video, I actually brush them, which I do brush them often, and I dremel their toenails before they go to a groomer. But I wanted to share all that today because it's just something I did today. So today I want to talk about Boujee. She has got the most calm, submissive temperament ever. Maybe of any dog I've ever had. All of my dogs are calm and submissive, but Boujee is so nice and super sweet, super friendly. She always backs off and is happy to be the third in the 3-dog pack order. She will protect me. If Paris jumps up on me, she'll grab her around her waist, and she looks like she's trying to mate her, but she will pull, and pull her back off of me. Now there I am this morning actually brushing and combing Boujee. So I start out with the comb just to see what kind of knots she's going to have in her hair, if any. And her and Paris wrestle so much that she usually does have a little bit of questionable hair, so I have to brush it and then comb it again. But I like to get an idea of what kind of tangles are in her hair. Now, right there, I've got the leash around her chest, not her neck, but around her chest, just so she understands not to run away, because she does try to run away when I'm brushing her. No, Paris, no. And so I'm brushing her ears and face and making sure I pay close attention to Boo's face, because she gets mats pretty bad behind her ears if you don't really stay after it. Her hair feels like cotton. It's so soft. I mean, even though she's turned 1 year old, her hair hasn't turned coarse or anything. It's thicker, but it's not coarse. It's very soft and wavy and curly both. So the face hair on her is left over from the last bad groom they had. And I'd like to say here that I did call the groomer the other day. We've been working with them about getting this corrected, this bad groom that happened to them. You'll have to see the previous video if you want to know about it. But they didn't have their regular groomer. And they all three look terrible in different ways. Boujee didn't get anything trimmed off of, like, from the middle of her muzzle down to her nose, and it's real bushy and thick like a walrus face. The rest of her is awesome, but I wasn't going to have them trimmed again until December 23rd, which we usually do this every 5 weeks or so. And I was going to wait so their faces could grow out, but it turns out their body is getting too long, and they're going to be really difficult to keep from getting matted unless they're actually brushed twice a day, which I'm prepared to do if I grow them out any longer than that. But I feel like their hair's getting longer, so I'm going to go ahead and take them in this Tuesday. I forgot what day that'd be. Hi, Paris. She's going to shake hands. And I'm going to have them groomed by their own groomer. And I talked to the groomer the other day about, how we wanted them groomed and who we wanted to groom them. And hopefully this experience will be better. Hopefully we won't have the issues anymore, but if we do, this is definitely it for that groomer. But a lady gave me advice and told me, excuse me, that you should keep your dogs with the same groomer if at all possible for their entire life, because they do get used to them and they do better if they've got the same person. They know how they do, what their style is, and so on. So anyway, there I am brushing Boujee this morning. She always falls down on the floor like she's going to pass out. She thinks that's going to get her out of some grooming, and it doesn't ever help her. But it's okay with me if she lays down, because she's pretty easy to brush out since I brush her every day. Now, I did actually miss a couple of days since they were groomed last time, because honestly, I was so disheartened over how their haircuts looked that I just thought, what's the use? What's the use of being so particular when a professional is going to mess them up like that? But that was not the right attitude. I was just that upset over it. I always want them to look beautiful and awesome. And Boujee looks okay. She looked the best of all three of them. Roxie literally was shaved to the skin on her face. Her skin was all that was showing, no hair across her nose and stuff. And I posted video and pictures of that too. But anyway, so I'm combing and brushing her now, Boujee, to get all through her hair real well. They had their front line put on this morning because I knew they were going to be going to the groomer next week. And they board dogs there as well. And a lot of times I like to give them a break in the winter from front line or from flea treatments, just because we live where it's really cold all the time in the winter. And but someone told me that it's better not to give them a break, that it just keeps it in their system. But I don't know. I'm on the fence about it because I like to give them a break from the chemicals if I can help it. I don't want them to get fleas, so I do put that stuff on them. Whatever you use for flea protection is fine. It's on you. So I'm going across Boujee's feet with the slicker brush. I got that from Amazon. I posted links or pictures of it before when people asked me to share that. But see how her face looks? They didn't even cut it right there, but they shaved it up around her eyes and across her cheeks and stuff. And I didn't find any mats on her today. Pet Dad just came in. He was running an errand for the neighbor, so you may hear him talking in the background. Anyway, there's Boujee getting her hair brushed. And I didn't show her getting her toenails dremelled on camera, but I did put Roxie on there somewhere in the video. And because she's the easiest one for me to do, and I had Pet Dad to just video me doing Roxie's toenails, and they were really good. They were not grown out much at all, except on the left side on her front. She has me to the point that I just don't want to do it. I want to give up on it by the time I get to the last foot, because I just know she doesn't like it. But she doesn't despise it to the point that she just runs away and hollers and screams and fights me. She never does that. None of them fight me. None of them try to bite or nip or anything when they're getting groomed, but I've brushed them since I got them. And I've made sure that they're used to the sounds of clippers. They're used to having their feet touched and rubbed and all the things that you do when you try to train your dogs to be groomed. Excuse me again. I highly recommend that you take your dogs to a groomer by the time they're 4 months old and do it regularly so that they can learn how to act at a groomer. That way they can be trained without you there to act how they should at the groomers. So here's Boujee with her feet up in the air now. She's so funny when she gets groomed. She doesn't want anybody to mess with her. But she's okay. She's a good sport about it. And when I get through here, I'll comb the hair loose in the brush, and I'll show you what was left, what hair came out. So I wanted to continue to tell you about Boujee's temperament. Ever since she's been a little baby, she's been very smart. She picks up on things easy. She was easy to housebreak. She's very easy to make friends with other dogs and people. And she's turned out to be a beautiful golden doodle. She's breed tested through Embark and Orivet that she is a golden doodle poodle. And she is health tested. And her health testing's great, except I've got to breed her with a clear male for ichthyosis because she showed that she carried that gene. That's all been posted many, many times in many videos. And Paris is the same way on that. Anyway, as far as where Boujee's come to from being 1 year old to now, she's a beautiful dog. She's a big doodle. She's about 70 pounds now. I like big golden doodles. I like big dogs. And I would say that if I knew that I wanted a doodle and I saw Boujee and I saw that she had puppies, I would definitely want one. Not saying that because I have a doodle and I'm going to breed the doodles. I just know that she's a good dog, and she's a smart dog, and she's got a good temperament, and she's healthy, and she's got the face furnishings, she's got good color, she's not aggressive toward the people that groom her. There's just nothing I can say bad about her. I mean, she does everything I tell her. I give her what I want her to chew on. She chews on that. She's 1 year old, and we've made it a long way on her training. She can stay out now when I'm gone to work, and she doesn't bother things for the most part. If she does get anything, it's my blue microfiber dish towels, and she's been doing that ever since she was here. The first day she was able to get up high enough on the countertop to get them or catch me dropping one when I'm folding clothes. So then next we've got Paris. You can see me brushing Paris in the video. She's the easiest doodle that I have to groom. She does have a little more hair when I brush her than Boujee, but it's a very little bit, and I'll show it when I get through brushing her. I'll show you how much hair came out. My hair looks like I need to be groomed, but I took a shower and I didn't do anything to it. So there you go. But this video is not about me, so there we go about the dogs. So what I do on Paris is just like Boujee and Roxie. I brush and then I comb. Brush and comb. And that way you know you've gotten all the tangles and any mats that might be in the hair. You'll find them easily, and you can either cut them out or take them out, comb them out if they're not that bad. And I don't believe I've ever found a mat on Paris. Boujee has had mats behind her ears, but they're not bad. Just very, very light, because her hair is seriously, it's like cotton. Paris's is very soft, but it doesn't have that cottony undercoat type hair. She's just just got a different kind of hair, but it's curly, and it's a little curlier than Bougee's, but not so much that you'd know. I mean, they were both wavy when they were puppies, and it took Paris a little longer for her face furnishings to grow in, but they both got good face furnishings. They've got both got the carrier gene for the ichthyosis. That's just the skin, flaky skin. Most all dogs have that somewhere. I don't even think they tested for it until a few years ago. But now the goal is to breed your dog with a clear mate, and it eventually you can breed it out of them. The puppies should be not carriers. I don't remember how that, maybe it's carriers but not show signs. My dogs don't show signs of it either. They don't have any flaky skin so far. And most of the time if they're going to have that, they're born with it. So anyway, Paris's temperament. Paris is a free spirit. She always tries at least one time to escape the bath, and she's real nice about it, but she'll just try to bolt and get away when she's getting a bath. And she is the second in the pecking order. She does not argue with Roxie, but she definitely tries to be vocal and talk and say a lot of whoa, whoa, whoa stuff while I'm working with her. So there I am, comb testing Paris. I've brushed her already, and I'm running the comb all over her. I've got the leash around her chest so I can get her to stop getting farther and farther away from me, and giving her a little kiss there, letting her know she's done. She's shaking herself loose. Mostly on Paris, I have to make sure I brush her tail, because if anything's going to tangle up, it'll be that tail. But she doesn't get mats as a general rule. I don't remember ever finding a mat on Paris. There's what I brushed out of Paris, and that looks like a big piece, but it's real wispy. You can see right through it. I'll try to wad it up to show you just how little of it is. That's how come they get mats, though. The hair will just hang up on their body and not fall out like a dog that sheds, and it'll turn into a mat if you don't get it brushed out. So that's why you have to brush them all the time, or you'll have a matted dog. So there's Boo. She got done. There's Paris. And Paris, like I said, is a free spirit. She is so loving. She's probably more loving than Boujee, if that's possible. And she'll hug you all the time, and she talks. Boujee talks. And I've got videos of that where they're saying, I love you. And they always say, hello. Roxie does it too. It must be a doodle thing, because it's pretty easy to get them to talk. And I've got all of them talking a lot on video. Now, Roxie's done there. She was brushed. And I don't think I videoed her getting brushed. I might have, and might have had to cut it out. I don't remember, because the video got too long. Roxie's not going to ever have puppies. Now, Paris and Boujee will, as long as their OFA testing comes out right. Now, we got one more year before we breed them. I'm not breeding them until after they're 2. There's Roxie's foot. I'm getting ready to Dremel her toenails and showing you how they look. They're not too bad at all. It doesn't take long to Dremel down a toenail that's kept up, if you keep up with it real good. And I tried to zoom in on it. I've got the picture a little off center, but that is me doing Roxie's toenails. And I'm not sure if I can, no, I can't fix it. I'm going to leave it like that. So, but Roxie, she is a part of my breeding program because she is my house dog, and she also helps me with the puppies. She goes and gets them to come in. If they get out of the fence when I'm taking the garbage cans up the hill, she'll go get them for me and bring them back into the fence. She gets between me and them when they're overwhelming when I first get home and they all want to be petted at once. She'll get between me and them and just walk them back out of the way. She shows her teeth, but she never bites them or anything. She just shows her teeth at them. I think that's a poodle thing too. But anyway, she never bites them. She just lets them know that she wants them to back off of her mom. And but Paris is such a sweet dog. They both are. I would be thrilled to have a puppy off of them if I were looking for a puppy. Roxie has been spayed way before the puppies ever came here. because I just never considered breeding her. It never crossed my mind to do it. And I up and decided to do that after I saw how great Doodles are. And Roxie was about 3 or 3.5 when I decided to do that, to get a couple of Doodle females. Didn't mean to get them at one time, but that happened that way. And we were going to get one and then wait a while and then get another one. But we liked them both, and Pet Dad didn't decide what to do, so we just got both of them. So the puppies, as I said, they're 1 year old as of November 17th. I've never intended to breed them until they were 2 years old. I never intended to breed them unless they came out great in their health testing. And so far, it's looking good. These videos are about that, about watching these puppies grow up from being little bitty puppies to be mothers. I haven't found a male yet for sure. I want to get an equally quality male if I breed them. And that all is going to be what I'm doing this whole next year coming up. We're already headed toward the 2nd year of their life. It's went by really fast. But I wanted to share their first birthday milestone. This is a milestone channel about Roxie and Paris and Boujee. Roxie's the boss dog, the trail boss. And Boujee and Paris are my house dogs and breeder females. And once they've had a few litters, they will not go live with anyone else. They'll still be our house dogs. They'll stay with us all their life because we don't ever give up our puppies. So here I'm finishing up Roxie's toenails, as I said. I use a Dremel on them, either on a low setting or a little bit above that, because I've got a speed variable Dremel tool. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope you'll consider subscribing to my channel. My view hours are doing great. I'm almost to the required minimum view hours, which is 4,000, I think. But my subscribers are only halfway there. So if you think you'd like to watch the Golden Doodle videos, please consider subscribing to my channel. Or just enjoy and just watch. It's up to you. But just to finish up this thing, I feed them science diet food for sensitive stomachs. They go to the groomers every 5 to 6 weeks. They're brushed every day. I do their toenails myself, because I want to make it less stressful on them when they go to the groomer. And I feel like the more I can do for them myself when they do go, the better their experience will be. And I do clean out their ears with ear cleaning solution. And I, a lot of times, pluck their ears. So now sometimes the groomer will get to it, and then I don't have to. But most of the time, I pluck their ear hair out myself. I've got everything here that I possibly could need to groom my Golden Doodles, including a grooming table and clippers and extra blades and the whole bit. So, but I take them and have it done because I think they look awesome, and I'm not that good at it. When a professional groomer does it, you can definitely tell the difference from me doing it. So please like, share, and subscribe to our channel, and wish Boujee and Paris a happy birthday in the comments. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.